races, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. And to feel the way that every child should sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me.
It depends. No.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, they can.
Have you met my brother?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
No.
Yes, I do.
Absolutely.
No.
Yes, I do think that video games for bad for you. I think they can be dangerous, cause dangerous habits in children because they're dehumanizing. They also reinforce behaviors every 7 seconds, which is not the real world, so stay practical. And I do think sometimes kids lose track of time. They should be focusing more on studies, and it's all about entertain me versus, application analysis on their own.
Around 10. To 34 in one night. No sleep. There were bathroom breaks. Yes, but it was available. Food was plenty around me.
Oh.
I don't remember. No. One. Yes. Possibly.
I'll find a map and draw a straight line over rivers, farms, and state lines. The distance from me to where you'd be.
For years, video games have been a popular pastime for kids and adults. But a new generation of games is taking things to a whole new level, and it's happening right now on the net. Erin O'Hearn is here with all the details on this. Erin?
Well, Jim, in the past, you would play a game, reach the end, and game over. But now, the virtual experience of these new unending games feels so real, it can literally draw the player into another world. And some parents and doctors are growing concerned about the consequences. For Greg Straff, playing World of Warcraft has become an obsession, one that has isolated him from riding his bike, playing tennis, and interacting with his friends. All his interaction, he says, is done over this online medieval fantasy game.
I can log on at 3 o'clock when I get home from school and play till 7, and it'll feel like only an hour.
It's really not healthy just to focus on this computer game and not socialize with your friends and not be a little more concerned about your schoolwork.
In the internet game World of Warcraft, you design your own character. Then you can talk to other people or participate in battles. There's really no goal or end. The game can go on and on. Psychologist Kristen Dudley says that can draw you into an unhealthy life of isolation.
There is no end point, so people feel compelled to keep playing.
But Elizabeth Woolley says a game similar to World of Warcraft called EverQuest didn't just cause her 21-year-old son to become a recluse. She believes it contributed to his suicide.
He was sitting there in front of the computer on his chair with the EverQuest game on it, and he had a rifle.
Woolley says her son Sean played EverQuest constantly, stopped taking his ADD and epilepsy medicine, quit his job, and cut off his phone, basically ending all communication with his friends and family.
I guess my big thing is my anger towards the gaming companies, because they're using this as a drug and they're getting their own customers addicted so they can make money.
Dudley says children or adults who become obsessed with video games often have a history of struggling with depression or anxiety. The game, she says, is simply a catalyst, similar to drugs, alcohol, or gambling. Dudley says parents can help prevent problem playing by setting boundaries. Limit the amount of time per day a child is in front of the TV or computer. Greg's time playing the internet game has been limited.
It's moderation, balance, and that's what we struggle with.
I agree that a limit should be established.
As for Woolley, she has turned her grief into a mission to help others. After Sean's death, she started the support group Online Gamers Anonymous. Woolley says thousands of people sign on every day to share their stories and support one another.
I just wanted other people to know that they weren't the only ones that this was happening to.
Well, there are several reasons. One, they like to role play. They get involved in the game, put themselves in the game as becoming one of the characters. They also develop online relationships where they become friends with the people that they're gaming with. This also leads to a negative effect, though, where it leads to isolation, where they don't partake in their friendships in everyday life. They also just try to beat their high score, so it becomes addicting because they're always wanting to beat the next score. Yes, there are multiple health risks, several similar to what a chronic smoker would have. They get exposed to this violent media stimuli over and over again, and it excites the psychological, neurological receptors that can exhibit a feeling of high, very similar to smokers or drug addicts. They, of course, can also cause a lot of health problems, headaches, insomnia, develop eating disorders, be it anorexia where they don't even get up to get any food, or obesity because they're sitting in there just partaking of junk food. Because of the chronic video gaming, you can also develop seizure disorders. Those are just a few of the effects. There's been some studies showing that can contribute to ADHD, increased heart rates, and other medical problems. I think the overall effects of video games have lowered GPA in the students who continue to play the video games long term, because they tend to neglect their studies and focus so much on the game playing that if they do even get their studies done, they've done it very quickly and have not done a good job with it, therefore overall dropping their GPA.
No.
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 Bad for you?
Do you want me to look off to the camera?
No, look at the camera.
Are you recording now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you think video games can be bad for you? Do you think video games can be bad for you?
Well, of course they can. They can also be good for you.
Do you think video games can be bad for you?
Yes.
Mr. Schroeder, do you think video games can be bad for you? Do you think video games can be bad for you?
Yes.
What? No.